Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're fine. Yes. Hello, hello. So welcome to the Lit Live series. I'm so glad that you're joining and waving, and I'm so glad to see everyone coming in. Tonight is going to be just a fantastic time. I'm so excited. Well, let me just get started. I am KP Carter, the Literacy Whisperer, and I am an author of the get my lips together, of the Lizzie B. Hayes children's book series. I write for children ages 8 to 12. And I started this Lit Live series because I wanted to share some of the fantastic work that some of my fellow authors are doing, and to share some literacy news with you. Yes. So first, let me ask you, did you know that there is a 1,000,000-word gap between kindergarten children who have parents who read to them and those kindergarten children whose parents do not read to them? So what does that mean? All right, parents, you know what it means. That means all you parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, anybody that has influence over a child, you should be reading with them. Okay, so without any further ado, I want to introduce to you my guest for tonight. She is an amazing author and advocate. Her name is Dr. Dee Crawley, also known as, get this, the Angel Advocate. Yes, the Angel Advocate. And I'm going to look and see, I think Dr. Dee sent me a message to... Yes, she did. And I hope that I'm pressing the right button to get her in here.
Hey.
How are you? It's so
wonderful. I am great. How are you?
Oh, good, good. You know, I want to let everybody know, Dr. D and I, we've never met in person, but we have a mutual friend who is so dear to both of us. That's Dr. Sheila. You may remember Dr. Sheila was my first guest last week. She helped me launch the Lit Live series. So now we have another fantastic person with us. And Dr. D, let's just get started. Could you tell our viewers why you're so great? Share some things with us.
Oh, that was so sweet of you. So I am Dr. D, and I have been in special education for over 25 years. So that's my niche. And I love working with children, and I love literacy and reading. So, you know, that's me in a nutshell. So 25 plus years in special education. So I've taught students from pre-K all the way to master's degree level.
Wow, that is amazing. And you know what? I wanted to ask you, I'm going to start asking my guests every week. Can you share with me, what was your favorite part about today?
My favorite part about today? Oh, my husband does this thing when we sit down at the table to eat, that he will show us videos of my son. My son is 7. So he'll show us videos of when my son was younger. And today he showed this video, and my son is like screaming, like he can't even eat his food, and he's laughing so hard. So just, you know, that was a highlight of the day, just watching my son squeal with joy, watching his younger self. And he's like, what am I doing? Why was I doing that? So that.
What am I doing, and why was I doing
that? Yeah. So
that is so great.
With him. Yeah.
That is so great. Thank you for sharing that. Mm-hmm. So tell us about your book. Tell us about the book that you have out there.
So my book is called Calling in the Cool Kids. So I'll show you a little bit. A birthday party for Olivia. So I wrote this book based off, so because I've been in education for so long, I've had numerous experiences with children with and without disabilities. And sometimes we as the adults don't always do right by them and helping them move through whatever their difference or their uniqueness is. And so writing these books, as a mom, I wanted to find books for my son. And in my search for finding books for him, I didn't find a lot of books with people who look like him in there. So then that became the honest for starting the process was, if I'm a parent with a brown boy who's having problems finding books for my brown boy, then there are other parents who are experiencing this as well. And then just the different experiences of my students. So the book is the first in a 7-part series, and so it covers different aspects of the lives of children who are unique. So I'm not even going to say who have disabilities, but kids who have unique abilities, and teaching others around them how to accept them for their uniqueness and how to embrace the differences that they have. And just, living through that and being positive about it. Like my son is always reminding me to do what's right, even when no one's looking. And so that's what this whole series is about. Just doing the right thing, regardless of who's around, regardless of if someone sees you or doesn't see you, right is always going to be right.
Oh my goodness. Right is always going to be right. You said it.
Yeah.
So tell us.
This particular story is about body shaming. And so it's about a little girl who's in 2nd grade, and she's having a birthday party, and she walks in and he overhears 2 other girls talking about her and why they're not coming to her party, and it's about she's fat. And so kids experience that. That's the reality. And so it's about a child who's saying, hey, but I know you. You're a great person. Who's thinking about that? And then the child at the end learns a lesson. And so hopefully others learn a lesson as well about why you should get to know someone. What are you missing out by not accepting their uniqueness or embracing their uniqueness?
That's an amazing message. That really is. Dr. D, can you tell us what age level is your book for?
Kindergarten through 2nd grade.
Okay.
That was my last stint in public education, and that was my niche was kindergarten through 2nd. So when I was there, I just decided, let me just concentrate on my little babies, because I feel like if you get them young enough, then you can change their, how they're going to move forward. And if I tell you in pre-K about being nice and how to treat people and how to accept people, then it keeps going with you. I'm going to teach you before my goal is to catch you before other people catch you. And then if you're further than kindergarten or pre-K, then I can still unteach the negative.
Wow. So I'm excited for you to tell us what is the message behind your name, the Angel Advocate.
So I am full-time. Full-time when I'm not a mom and a wife. I am an advocate. So I work with a lot of parents in school systems in Georgia and South Carolina, and assisting them in getting what their child needs to meet their unique needs. So going in and advocating on behalf of those families and those children, and just, ensuring that they have. And my client said, I prayed for you last night. And I was like, what do you mean you prayed for me? She was like, I had this meeting yesterday and I didn't know what to do. I was just in tears. I was frustrated. I didn't feel like they were listening to me. They were hearing me. And she said, and I prayed. I said, God, you have to send me an angel to help me do what I need to do for my child. And so there comes the angel. And so she's like,
I
and she
love it.
said that, she was like, you're my advocate angel. You are. She's like, because of you, I know my son is going to get what he needs. I know that this is the right way. She said, and I'm a part of a group and my name popped up on the list. And I said, oh, I just joined the group on Monday. She called me on Wednesday. So I joined on Monday. She had her meeting on Tuesday. She called me on Wednesday. So it's like, whenever it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen.
That is so true. That is so true. And that is so important after being in education for so many years. I know that parents need support to
Yes.
get what their child needs. And I love how you talk about them being different and unique as opposed to the other terms that we use for children. Can you share with us 3 tips that you would like parents to know, either in literacy or your advocacy? 3 tips.
For literacy, 15 minutes a day. Allow you read with your child. Your child should see you reading. If you're gonna, whatever they want to read, don't be stuck on, well, they're not reading a textbook or they're not reading something. The fact that they want to read, embrace it. So whatever it is. So if it's a comic book, nobody reads newspaper anymore, at least not a handheld newspaper. Some people may,
I
but not
do.
young. Well,
I'm old.
like, right. Me too. Even though I read I still read the newspaper, but I read it on my phone. So however they're gonna obtain the information, then allow it. So 15 minutes a day for literacy, and then as far as advocacy, you know your child. You know what they need. You know how they move, what they don't respond to. If someone is telling you assistance, respect that person is giving you the right information. And if they're not, then you do your own research to come up with what's necessary for your child to be successful. And I always like to tell my parents, we're playing chess, not checkers. So we're not giving out all the information. We're only responding to questions that I ask, and we're only giving the very shortest response. So always remember, we're playing chess, not checkers. We in this thing to win everything your baby needs. And
I love that. We're playing chess, not checkers.
Yeah. And the no from this person doesn't equate to the final no.
That's right.
Everybody got a boss.
That
Once
is
you
so
start
true.
calling bosses, things start happening. So we respect your opinion, but we're going to the next person. We appreciate you.
That is so wonderful because parents need your support from yourself, individuals like you, to give them the courage to go into the meetings and to be able to stand up for their child, because I know those meetings in school districts can be very intimidating at times.
Yes. And that's the
sometimes
goal. That's the goal for the school system. And the fact that I've been an educator and been in the school, I know the games. So I know it. I know there's a meeting before the meeting. I already know what y'all are talking about. So because I've had that experience, I can tell the parent, they're going to offer us this. And we're going to say, oh, that was so sweet of you. However, we have a list right here that we would like for you to consider. So that's what makes it so much fun for me now, because I've always been an advocate. But, when you work for the system, there's only so much you're supposed to tell. But exactly. I always call the day before. So just like the school system had a meeting before the meeting, I had a meeting before the meeting with the parent. And
all right now.
These are all the things you should ask for. And I can't ask for them, but if you mention them, we will get them for your child. And I was like, but you can't say I called you. And they were like, why? And I was like, it's just, it's not really good from you to say that I called, but we're going to get what you need. So always been an advocate, but now I can do it, and just go in and get what the kids need. So definitely always trying to ensure they have what they need. That's very important for me.
That is wonderful. I so appreciate you. I've learned so much I want you to share with the listeners and the watchers, how can we get your book? And how can we connect with you if we need your service?
Oh, so my book is sold only on my personal website, scholarsalwaysriseabove.com. And I will put it down in the comments for you guys. But that's where it's solely sold. And you can purchase it, and I can autograph it for you and your child. And the next book, well, I'm actually working with an illustrator now, and the goal is to have the book out by June. And it's called Wally Not Weird. And it's about a child with autism.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And so we can go on your website to find out about your advocacy services as well.
Yep. The book and the advocacy services are both on the website. And so there we go.
Both on the website. scholarsalwaysriseabove.com. And I will put that in the caption when I post this video.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Dr. D, is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we close?
Yes, I do. My son loves for everybody else to have books too. So we are doing book boxes. So once a month, we choose 2 talented educators that teach in Title I schools, and we purchase books for them. The first 2 educators got their boxes, but they went on spring break. So the boxes will be there when they get back. So nothing's been posted yet. So they went on spring break. But the first 2 teachers, and I chose those teachers just based off of some of the things that they post about what they do in their classroom with their kids. Yeah. And some of the things they say, oh, I wish I had. And so now they'll have this box full of books, that very diverse books. They teach children who are in Title I and that are African American or Latino. And so we were very strategic in purchasing books that had characters that looked like the children that they serve. And so if by the time this is posted, I should have a link in the on the website for you to donate for us to purchase more books for the next round of teachers. So yeah. That's what's next.
Thank you for letting us know that so we can support.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, support. So I've learned so much about you and what you do, and I'm so glad that you joined me. And all right, everybody, do you have any questions? Any questions for Dr. D? Just type it right in the comment. You have some comments like, that's awesome. You have a few raised fists. I saw. Yes. Okay, everyone. I'm so glad you joined me and learned a lot from Dr. D. Come on back next week, 7:30, to meet another amazing author and literacy advocate. And until next time, I wish you love, laughter, and literacy.